Albury was declared a city on the 18th of December 1946. An official proclamation day was celebrated on the 10th of April 1947. Why was Albury declared a city? Some answers lie in the politics of post-war city-making. The bestowal of city status involved winning higher place regard, and that took place over a long time. Albury was gazetted as a city awkwardly, the week before Christmas, so celebrations were delayed until Easter. Commemorations would take 3 months to prepare. Both Alf Waugh, a former mayor, and Cleaver Button, the current mayor, had proved they were good at arranging attention-gathering festivals. Council seized on this opportunity to arrange a tourist event at a convenient Easter holiday time. During 1945 and 1946, 8 large country towns became cities. Government imagined it could decentralize government services beyond the close ring of older cathedral cities. It could thicken the urban system of the state. Albury was one of the big country towns, which had grown strongly since the Depression and through the war years. Roy Collings, the town clerk, explained the new regulations which required a town to have 15,000 people to become a city. Albury's aldermen were disappointed when the state estimated ahead of the census that Wagga Wagga had sufficient people to become a city, but Albury did not. However, Jack Hurley, the newly elected, albeit short-term, Labor Party member for Albury, won the Labor government's approval for Albury to join the other city proclamations in the last days of 1946. Urban rivalry was strong. Albury was upset when Wagga Wagga won cityhood and a promise to be included in a proposed royal tour that eventually took place in 1954. Royal visits, declarations of cityhood, both showed comparative regard at a state level. Wagga's Labor Party member Eddie Graham won both for his electorate. The politics of country towns becoming cities stretched beyond town rivalries. The new member for Albury in 1947, Doug Padman, imagined Albury and its sister town Wodonga servicing a border region. He headed the Interstate Murray Valley Development League, trying to overcome the neglect of border communities. The federal member, Arthur Fuller, also imagined Albury as servicing its 2 state rural surrounds. The federal government would intervene in the economy to provide primary producers with houses, access to electricity, reticulated water, and other urban amenities via large, well-appointed country towns. Historian Stuart McIntyre has hailed these policies of active government intervention in the shaping of the economic and social life of the nation as Australia's boldest experiment. There was a post-war economic and cultural renaissance. Both Albury's wartime mayor and town clerk, Doug Padman and Roy Collings, were enthusiastic supporters of MacDonald Holmes, who called for a rethinking of regional government planning based on river valleys. The New South Wales state government rejected radical change. It preferred to think of regions based on a scatter of towns. Nonetheless, it pursued policies of decentralisation and empowered local government to think beyond simply caring for roads and gutters. Council elections became livelier, attracting a wider range of candidates when in 1944 residents, not just ratepayers, could vote, and then again in 1947 when local government voting was made compulsory. Albury Municipal Council embraced a wider set of responsibilities. It carefully cultivated Noriel Park and built a modern Olympic pool as part of a beautification scheme aimed principally at attracting visitors. Through the 1940s, it planned a bold new civic centre with an up-to-date library, museum, art gallery, community halls, facilities for adult education, for youth, and for the very young. Albury became a city amidst changes in thinking about the role of government at the federal, state and local level. The new city was part of the state's vision of Australia's boldest experiment, part of the post-war economic and cultural renaissance. There were new expectations that local government would try to enable residents to live prosperous lives in well-ordered surrounds with amenities for healthy living and a rich cultural life.